Hey everybody, I'm going over chicken coops today. This is my chicken coop and I'm going to go over how I built it, why I built it the way I did, and roughly how much it cost. Uh, there's a lot of different ways you can go about building a chicken coop. I've seen people with some really fancy setups. Um, I was on a bit of a budget, so I didn't want to get too crazy with it, but I wanted to make sure I built something that was sturdy and would last me longer than something that was store-bought. So as you can see here, I went with 2x4s treated and 1.5-inch plywood for flooring and roofs treated. I'm still not completely finished with this coop. I'm still going to be adding a 2x4 from the ceiling to about halfway down to this coop and over to give the hen houses a little bit more enclosure and coverage, and from the elements, the sun, the rain, just any predators that might be out that could disturb them. Well, I'll jump into it here. I started off first building this box with a lid. Let me come over to it, because that was my first addition. Look at those silkies. They're having a dirt bath. They're loving it. That was the first step to building my coop. And my coop isn't real big. I only have 7 chickens, 2 roosters, 1 egg-laying hen, and 4 baby chicks that are going to either be roosters or hens, of course. But my coop total, I believe, is like, what is it? It's like 9.5 feet long by like 9 feet wide or something. So it's decent, or no, I think it's like 11 something on this side with the with this opening here. So this is how I open my coop from this side. I've got a nice door that swings up and down here. I've also got a door that goes up and down that I close with bungee cords. So let me just go over it here. I have a raised floor on my chicken coops. This floor is raised about a good 6 to 8 inches off of the ground. I also don't have walls going down to the floor. As I told you before, I'm still not totally finished with this coop. I'm going to be adding some plywood to the sides just to create a more enclosed area for the birds. But as far as say from 3 feet down, it is all poultry netting. And the advantage of that is that I can simply walk right up with the hose in the morning or at night or in the evening, and I can turn it on and wash out any chicken poop that's on the floor of this coop. It all just flows out onto the sides, and then after, you can come over with your hose and spray the dirt in a little bit, and it keeps your area very clean. It keeps your coop from smelling like chicken shit, and it doesn't make you have to go into the coop and actually physically clean it out. I can just stand and use the pressure from the hose, and it cleans everything out just fine. So, oh wow, look at these chickens. They're really enjoying this dirt here. Leave them alone, Fox. It's my shepherd here. But okay, so as you can see, I used 2x4s cut, measured, etc. I cut a piece of plywood, stuck it in here. Everything is treated wood, all painted as well. I used 3.5-inch nails and a few screws here and there, but I prefer nails over screws. I'm just old school. I like my hammer. I hate screwing around with screws and drill bits and all that shit. Anyways, the way that this coop was designed is I have and all this can be compartmented off, which is really nice. See, like the advantage of using the cheap plastic poultry netting, which is actually quite strong, is I can go ahead here and open and close areas, and if I really want to secure it, I just use a few zip ties. So if I wanted, so let's say like when I brought these I am Samani Lamborghini chickens into my coop, I kept them separated from the silkies for a few days by closing off this netting with some poultry net, keeping my rooster silky with the baby silkies in here. Get out of here, Fox. And you know, that just let them kind of get used to each other for a few days before I actually introduced each other into the same run and coop. Going on from here, these are nothing but, you know, just like a square design, really efficient. As you can see, the floors of my coop are extremely clean. Usually if you looked at someone's coop in the middle of the day, it would be covered in shit. That's simply because I can grab my hose and spray out the floors very easily and quickly and efficiently. I might get I have a second story landing going here. I've got 2 houses connected by poultry netting here. I'm getting ready to connect some poultry netting down to the floor so that they can easily walk up without having to jump or fly up or climb up. But I've got a pretty nice sized little run for them here. Look at that chicken. He's loving that dirt bath. She is. That's my hen. She's going to start laying here soon. She's been a little stressed. I've got an egg in there trying to train her, but I know she'll lay when she's ready. The heat's been stressing birds out this time of the year. This is a brand new enclosure for her. She was just introduced to the silkies a few days ago. But anyways, my coop altogether, you know, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't too expensive. I have a very sturdy coop that'll last me a very long time. I'm very happy with it. I'm happy with the layout. I'm happy with the design. The layout allows you to add many different features to it. Like, I could go crazy up here and make a really cool second story. Given the fact that my second coop is a little taller than my first, I have the option to lay a plywood piece of board up on the first one and close that all off, and even create like a second story landing up there, which I probably will do here soon. But for now, I do have a ceiling on it. I didn't cut off the end because I wanted that to create a little extra shade when the sun's hitting it at a certain angle. But anyways, guys, this is my chicken coop. I use nothing but treated 2x4s, 1/2 inch treated plywood, some paint, 3.5 inch nails, my T50 staple gun, and this cheap but strong plastic poultry netting style. The reason why I went with this was because A, I am on a budget, B, it felt pretty strong, and C, as you can see, big boy over there, I have a German Shepherd. I also have a Tibetan Mastiff, and my coop is pretty close to the house here. The Shepherd sleeps outside, so if there's any coyotes or any predators, or even when I have my run open like this as it is, it creates a very safe environment for my chickens, because A, they have big watchdogs that are guarding them during the day and the night. B, when I do decide to open up the run to let the chickens come out, it is not very big, but it is not small either. And let's say if there was a hawk or a predator in the area, they're only a few seconds away from being back in a much more secure coop. And by that time, I'm sure they'll be making a lot of noise, and that big boy will be wondering what's going on. So anyways, this is my chicken coop. Very happy with it, very proud of it. And I hope this helps you guys with you know, a design or an idea of what you're trying to do. I have a pro member at Lowe's, pro contractor member. I get 10% off of everything I purchase there. So you know, I went cheap here with these bungees, little hooks, whatnot. You know, a latch, door folds up, bungee across, and that's the door. But look at that chicken. Anyways, guys, I hope this helps you with an idea for a chicken coop, or, you know, if you don't know where to start, or if you're trying to see, you know, what you could just get done with simple 2x4s and 1/2 inch plywood, you know, you could build something pretty darn nice. I got these stakes from Lowe's the other day in the garden section aisle. Cheap stakes, some extra poultry netting, got a nice run up. Hope y'all are having a blessed day, and take good care of those chickens now.